Hey guys, how's it going? We're back with more Fusion World. Now, earlier today, I took part in a tournament hosted by the Eggman. It was an online tournament. If you've been following the channel, you probably already know that I've been doing a few Eggman tournaments. Now, in this tournament, it was, I think, about 35 people, 34 people, I think. Anywhere from 34 to like 40 people. I can't say the exact number, because I think a few people dropped out. But out of all of them, it was 6 rounds, best of 1, and I had a record of 4-2, which put me in 9th place. Now, unfortunately, the prizing was only for top 8, and I literally just missed out on top 8 by like a fraction of a percentage. But regardless, I had a lot of fun during the tournament, and surprisingly, a couple of people actually dropped by my table to actually speak to me because they recognized me from my previous content, which is always cool. Apologies to those people if I sounded like really... I don't know how to explain it. Basically, the tournament started for me at 1:30 in the morning. So by the time it finished, it was like 5:30 a.m. and I hadn't slept at all. So my body was just tired and I just didn't have any energy left. But yeah, what I want to do in this video is I want to go through some of the replays. Now, just before that, I'm going to put a list of all the leaders that I went up against. Now, the leaders I went up against were one Baby, one Super Buu. We had a DaimaKu matchup, Angel Q, and we had Yellow Vegeta. So yeah, we're going to look at a few of these, not all of the replays, but a few of them, and kind of break down my thought process during the match. Now, I'm going to show you the list. Yes, I went with the Androids. The Androids for me is like my comfort. I'm the most comfortable playing the Androids. I like green in general. And I think the Androids are in a really good spot right now in the meta. It's surprising that we're 3 sets. Well, Androids is a set 1 leader, but set 2 was top tier, set 3 was top tier, and I'm a firm believer that in set 4 is also a top tier deck to go for, and it's not too expensive. I mean, my list didn't need any secret rares, and I don't see many lists, Android 17 lists that need secret rares. Need a few SRs here and there, but it's not too bad. So, quickly go through the list. I won't take too much time because I've covered Androids in the past. We've got the Earthling package, 8 bombers, plus 3 Hercules to bounce them. We're playing 4 of Android 18 over Android 20. Mainly because there's less chance of you bottom decking something you really need. Because obviously Android 20 looks at the top 5 cards, whereas Android 18 only looks at the top 3. Also, Android 18 can pick up Cell Jr, as well as the 18s and our 17 and 18 4-drop. So at least there's less chances to whiff. Android 20 can only get the 18, the 17 and 18, and it can get our double striker, which Android 18 cannot do. Then we have the 2-drop 18 Cell Juniors to recycle our extra cards, which for me it was 1 gigantic Meteor and 2 Earth Destroying Blow. Now I've seen a lot of people run like 4 copies of Earth Destroying Blow. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I prefer just having 2, and then late game I can recycle it with Cell Jr if I really need to. And then 1 of the not Destructive Strength, gigantic Meteor. Maybe this could go to. We're also running 2 copies of Warm Greeting, just in case of the Jiren matchup. It's still an annoying matchup, and we do want this to kind of deal with that. I mean, everything else is pretty standard. We're running Nappas over Destructive Strength, and we have 3 copies of Trunks over... Some people like to play Raditz. I like Trunks more, only because I don't have to rely on having Earthlings on the field to get that extra rep. So yeah, this is the list. I will leave the deck code in the description as always, so you guys can check it out. I've seen other versions where they run like 1 Joe's Lab and 1 Roshi. I think that if you are playing Roshi, it's probably because you have like 4 Earth Destroying Blow and you can recycle it. I don't have that many, so I don't think Roshi is as needed. If I had to say what the worst matchups for this deck would be, is probably Baby Vegeta, which funnily enough was my first match in the tournament. And surprisingly, the person that was piloting that deck ended up winning. I lost to him and he ended up winning the entire tournament. I think his name was like Thomas Lipman, I think, or something like that. Yeah, he was my first match. I can't say it was close. I did okay. I did the best. I played it the best I could. But Baby Vegeta's aggression is so crazy. And Android 17 really does struggle. It's probably their worst matchup out of any of the leaders right now. But yeah, he ended up winning the whole tournament, going 6-0, so kudos to him. But yeah, let's get on with these replays. If you enjoy the content that I do here on the channel, consider leaving a like, subscribing, all that good stuff. And yeah, let's get on with these replays. Okay, the first replay we're going to look at is against a DaimaKu player. Now, as far as what the game plan is against this deck, I mean, ultimately, as long as we get to late game, we more or less win. DaimaKu won't be able to outvalue what we can do as a green deck. So that's pretty much the game plan. It's not like playing against Beerus where you're getting crit all the time. This is probably an easier matchup for androids. Now, every mulligan, you want to see Nappa. Nappa can't be searched, and it's kind of important for your turn 3. And so if you don't see it in your opening hand, it's probably best to mulligan it away and try and look for Nappa. So I'm going to run this. We don't see a Nappa, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think I was first. No, I wasn't. I was second. Okay. He didn't have a turn 1 play. Redraw. Now we'll play Android 18 because we don't have anything else to play, or we can play Bulma and then discard the 18. We play the 18. I think it whiffs. Oh no, it doesn't whiff. But I think the next card was going to be Nappa, and we had to bottom deck it, which was unfortunate. Take this. We'll kind of speed through it. Draws 1. So we swing. We don't have Nappa, so we'll probably go Bulma into 18. So next turn we will probably, yeah, so we'll drop at 18. We need at least 1 Android in our drop and 2 in our energy to make our 4-drop 17 and 18 work. So that's why we dropped it. Plays Caulifla but doesn't attack. Now, I think this was a mistake by my opponent. Not attacking with Caulifla. You can't... As DaimaKu, you don't have the late game value that I have as Android 17. And I think that any opportunity you can to kind of crit life away will make me use cards, you should take it. Especially with Caulifla. Holding onto it doesn't really do much. So yeah, I think that was one mistake by my opponent. So we draw. We found Nappa, so actually what we're going to do here, we have 7 life. So we can actually just go Android 17 and 18 into Nappa, and we can ramp twice this turn. And because of that first block, we're probably not going to attack into him. Probably because we don't need to awaken him right now. So we play Nappa. Take 1 into our energy. Yeah, let me just end our turn. There's no need to awaken him here. We can just play this slow. Now he does use his DaimaKu SR to awaken, meaning that this is going to be a 30k. But it's not terrible for me because we are sitting at 6 life. So we can take the leader swing if we want to. We can take the DaimaKu swing. The Caulifla we will block. Getting crit is just not great, especially because we're already taking away 1 life because of Nappa's effect. I think with androids, early game, you really, if you can, like any 1-drop that you play early, if you can block and lead the swing with it, it's probably best to, you want to kind of reserve your life because you know you're going to take 1 away with Nappa anyway. So we take these. That's it. I think this turn we will play 17 and 18, double strike. So we awaken. And now we can just pressure him. We've got 2 30k swings and then a double strike swing. So he takes the 30k. I'm surprised he took that. He has so many cards in hand. Another 30k. Use the super. Now we could double ramp again. But no, 17. Getting rid of these 2 I think is just better. Having board control is just better. We're not in a rush to get to Broly turn. Since next turn he can't play UI anyway. So we put as much pressure as we can. Nice. And now we're aware that he's already down 2 super combos. He's gonna swing, we'll block with Bulma. I can't remember what he plays here. Was it Ramshi? Plays Fua. Okay, into Vegeta. And I believe he doesn't use Vegeta's effect. Yeah, swings into Nappa. We save Nappa. We'll happily save Nappa here. So we can keep some ball control, because at the end of the turn, this Vegeta's going anyway if he uses the effect, which he does. So we still maintain our board. Next time we have another 2 30k swings. And then we can like ramp with androids. We can go for value by getting using Hercule to get Earthlings back. So that's his third super. He blocks that. Now our opponent's in a tough spot. He's low on resources. We have a stronger board. And a better hand size as well. We swing with 18. Oh, okay. I see what we do here. So we discarded Bulma with Android 18 and then got 2 Bulmas back because of Hercule. We'll add the Hercule to the swing, making it 30k. Probably because most likely he's going to hit 6 energy. Most likely he'll play a UI. And that will wipe out Android 18 anyway, and the Hercule. So we're going to use the value whilst we can before it gets wiped. Yep, and then he plays UI. So we have Earth Destroying Blow and Gigantic Meteor for defense, so we're completely fine here. We can take this really slow. Now, I was contemplating saving this card. I'm not sure if I did. No, I didn't. Because that's his only hit, I could have saved it with these. Because I won't be able to use it next turn if I go... I'm going to go Broly to take care of UI. And so maybe I should have used these 2 just to defend it and have a better ball state. We'll draw for turn. Swing for 30. Now, he can block 1 attack. He chooses to defend this one. And when I say block, I mean like negate because of UI. We play Broly. We're fine. We have 2 dead cards in hand, but it's okay. We've got 4 life. We've got a bunch of 10Ks in hand. We're not... Yeah, and he surrendered. We weren't in any risk of dying next turn. We will swing twice. He'll probably be able to block it. We'll swing twice next turn. He didn't have another UI in hand. So it was... We just outvalued him. And I think as Android 17 against DaimaKu, DaimaKu is good at holding value, but not against green, especially against Android 17. We just simply will have too much value. Okay, so this is the second replay against Super Buu. Now, the person I fought against, name is Jordan, and the funny thing is, I'm not sure if he like mains yellow decks, but in the FB03 tournament that the Eggman held, I fought Jordan in that match as well, and he was playing yellow Vegeta, and he beat me when I was playing androids. And so this is kind of like a rematch, more or less. It's funny that we keep running into each other in these online tournaments. But yeah, okay, so the game plan here, we have Nappa, so we don't mulligan. And we can potentially pick up 17 and 18 forecast with our Android 18. Now, one of the annoying things about Super Buu is its ability to discard your hand. So my goal... Oh, luckily we got the 17 and 18, which is fine. My goal was to defend early if possible, maintain a health lead, and so that when they go for their big plays, I'll be able to have like a buffer of life in order to deal with it. Also, by defending early, we're actually reducing our hand size so that when he does want to go for his Buhan play or his Buff Buu play, we won't have to discard anything. So he uses Frieza. Another cool thing is that because he used Bulma here, if I attack into Bulma, I can delay his awakening, which is also good for me. So we charge the 17 to 18, we swing. And then we'll play Nappa. Unfortunately, we do send a Broly to our energy. But that's okay, at least we have 2 more. I think we play 3 in this deck. He swings, I think we block this. Yep, because he's on 3. Now on 3, what's likely going to happen is he could play like a Barbady, the 3-cost Barbady into Gohan, which he does actually have in his hand. So he has a Barbady card. Barbady will play Super Buu. And then with that, he could pop the Barbady and make me discard cards, because I had 6 in hand. Or he could play this Buu, which will do a similar thing. By going to 5, it means that even if he plays Super Buu here, he'll draw 1, but I don't have to discard 1. Obviously, maybe I should have blocked this attack. We did take it, then he pops it. I have to discard 1. I think I discard the gigantic Meteor, which is okay for me. This is fine. At least if I find Cell Jr, I can easily get that back. We swing. We don't want him to awaken, so we want to delay his awakening as much as possible. And then we think we swing the Nappa. And then we'll just double ramp. So we start off with 17 and 18. And then we'll go into Trunks. And then we just end our turn. Then that's 25. You just take it. It's fine. Now, it's kind of scary to have a low hand size, but because of our life buffer, we're okay. We will defend this. Now, I use Bulma there, I believe. Yep. Because next turn, we're going to go with Hercule. We could go 18 on Hercule, recycle cards, and draw new ones as well. Because again, I think we use 18 here. Yep, we defend that. Maybe a mistake was him not going for my life, which we did talk about after the match. So we swing, we put him down to 4. Now we're more than happy to just make him discard cards, right? In my Super Buu video, I mentioned how there's like a 3-draw combo. I want to avoid him doing that, so I'm swinging into him so that he awakens. Or he has to dump a lot of cards to keep himself on 4 life. So yeah, here I'm asking for a 10k. He decides to flip, which is good for me. It means he can't do the double draw attack next turn. And now we're just bending cards out of his hand. From the Nappa, which he takes. And then we'll play Hercule. Get 2 bombers back, that's 2 more 10ks. And then we'll play Cell Jr and get back that gigantic Meteor that we discarded earlier on. So now we actually have okay defense. Yellow can't wipe these 2. He could rest mode them with like a, what's it called, Final Explosion. But outside of that, there's not much he can do. We defend 18, because if next time we can draw more cards, that'll be good. He's not going for my life, which is okay for me. We'll go 10k again. Now at this moment, I have everything I need to kind of close out this game. I just needed super combos. If I can draw some super combos, I can pretty much ensure that I can keep myself healthy. So he places double strike into Barbady, into Buff Buu. We take this hit. Now he's getting a bit more aggressive. We play Meteor, protect it. And now we're back on 5, so even if he uses the ability to take out Barbady, we don't have to discard anything. Which he does. So yeah, we're very... So yeah, we're kind of playing around this 5 card point very well. No cards are going to waste. We're defending quite well. We drop another 2. Now here is where probably I could have played this turn better. So this is the position we're in. We charge. Okay. So there were a few options I had here. I didn't have any supers, so I initially wanted to clear his board. And the best way to do that is to play Broly. However, if I play Broly, it means that Earth Destroying Blow is going to be a dead card in my hand. But it was a risk I was willing to take to clear the board. Now, as we go through this, we draw 1. I think we send 2 of these to his life. Yep. To see if he'll let me go down to 2. But obviously, I'm sure that Jordan was scared of me having a double strike. Then we swing at Buu, we take him out. Now we play Broly, take out the Kid Buu. And then we swing at the buff Buu. Oh, okay, first we do our leader swing. So we play Broly, we draw another card. We swing at buff Buu and then add Bulma to it to make it 50. Part of me wonders if I should have even done that. Because even if he makes me discard the cards, because I had Warm Greeting, discarding that is not an issue for me. So maybe I didn't need to do that. Now, I don't swing twice. I don't use the second attack on the leader. The reason I don't do this, I actually end my turn here. The reason I do this is because I'm worried about Golden Frieza. If he has Golden Frieza, I will lose my Broly. So I kept Broly active so that Broly, Golden Frieza can't kill him and he'll need to have like energy absorption or like a 1-drop Frieza into something else to lock him down. I did later on find out after this match that Jordan wasn't even playing any Golden Friezas and he was playing like a pure aggro. So even though this, obviously that's in hindsight, and I didn't have that information prior to the match. But normally if you're against yellow, that's kind of something you want to look out for. And I was confident I'll be able to defend this turn. So I didn't feel the need to give him extra cards as well, even if he did take it. So he swings, he put 10. And we are sitting at 4 life, which is fine. He plays Kid Buu into Babidi, into another buff Buu. So the fact that he could do this 2 turns in a row was, yeah, pretty crazy. We had to take this. Now we're sitting at 5. And then he taps his leader. He swings and then goes to 30. I was praying he didn't go to 30. Because at this point, I'm looking at what I have in my hand and what he has, and like I could actually lose this game. Like I said before, it's unfortunate I didn't draw a single super combo. Like, not one. There's not one in my drop. I'm down to 3 life. I haven't seen a single super combo and I have 20 cards left, which was extremely sad for me. So he goes to 30. Now, if I blocked it, it'll take 2 cards out of my hand. And there's no way I'll be able to block Buff Buu and Kid Buu. So I took this, and I took it fairly quickly. And it was kind of a bluff. I was trying to tell my opponent that I'm completely fine with him taking my life because I have the cards to defend. But I didn't. It was a complete bluff. Now, I thought he would swing with Kid Buu first. Not with Kid Buu, with Buff Buu. To get another card out before going all in. But he does go all in, unfortunately. The card we got wasn't a super combo. And so he goes up to... He had 3 in hand. He goes up to 70. We only had 60. If one of these cards here were a super combo, will that be enough? 1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah. If any one of these cards were a super combo, we would have won this game. So unfortunately, we didn't have enough, and then we surrender. So yeah, I actually think how I played it was perfect. Ultimately, RNG was not in my favor, and I didn't get the right cards to kind of close out the game. It's crazy. I didn't 4 super combos in my deck, and I couldn't draw 1 anywhere, which is so rare. It's something that never happens to me, but that's just how, that's the nature of card games. So yeah. We'll do one more replay, and I think we'll call it a video. Okay, this is our last game. This was actually my final match of the tournament. It was against Yellow Vegeta, which is okay for me now, because I have Warm Greeting, right? The one thing I was afraid of was the 3-cost Vegeta that protects other rest mode cards. Ultimately, I don't think this player played that 3-cost Vegeta in his deck. At least he didn't in the match. I don't know if it was in his deck or not, I haven't checked. So we start off standard, we go our swing, we play Bulma, draw 1. Now unfortunately we didn't mulligan into Nappa, which isn't great, but because we're against Vegeta, which is not that aggro a deck, it might actually be okay for us. We get FS03-10, that's our second one. Now I didn't want to charge this one, because I only have 2 in my deck. So we charge Android 18, we swing again. We don't need the 18 since we have 17 and 18 in hand already. And then we play Bulma into another Bulma, just to thin out our deck. Now we do need to put an Android in our drop. So on his next swing, we'll probably use like Cell Jr. to block it. Oh, okay, we use 18. Plays Buu, he swings with Buu, that's fine. Now there's not much we can do against this Majin Buu. So it's kind of, you always have to think of it as, there's always going to be this 25k body that's going to keep swinging at you. There's nothing you can really do about it. So we play 17 and 18. We ramp. Unfortunately, still no Nappa. We swing to put a bit of pressure on him. We don't want to awaken Vegeta right now. Then we play a Bulma. I'm not sure if we activate it. We do. And draw 1. Okay, we discard the FS03-10, which is fine. And then we get it back with Cell Jr. So next turn, we will go 17 and 18 into Trunks. Final explosion. Okay. Takes off some of our defense. Now, will he attack? Yep, he attacks Bulma. This is fine for me again. If he's going for my units rather than my life, that's fine. I believe we take this. Yep. He's slowing down, so we don't have a problem. I think we hold on to this Warm Greeting on the next charge. Yeah, we do. Because I'm still worried about that 3-drop. We put him down to 4 because we want to awaken him here. I always have this rule. When it comes to playing, this is like a general tip. I will always force my opponent to awaken. It depends on the matchup, obviously. But if I can awaken my opponent and then have additional swings once they hit 4 life, that's always what I would go for. That's probably one of the few times I don't mind awakening my opponent. Because even though they're awakening, they're going to dump cards to defend themselves for that turn. Because once you hit 4 life, you really don't want to take any more life. Most of the time. So that's kind of the rule I go with. If you know that with the attacks you have available, once you finish all your attacks, your opponent, if he takes all of them, will stay at 4 life. Don't put them at 4 life. You never want to put their opponent in a situation where they're able to awaken on their turn at 4 life. If they're going to awaken, make sure you do additional swings so they either take more life or they dump cards from their hand. So we swing, he has to dump a card, then we play Trunks. We ramp again, so next time we have Broly. And then we swing again, asking for another 5. Okay, use the extra cards, which is fine. This is fine. Again, if he's not going for my life. Now this is fine. He's going for my units, and if that's the case, we're good. We preserve life. We can always awaken with Nappa if we find him, if we need to. Not that we will. I think he swings lead here. Okay, so he does awaken us. We take the hit. Takes out Trunks. Swings again, we awaken, and then drop a 10k. Or we might just drop Gigantic Meteor since we can't use it next time. Yeah, that's exactly what we do. Because next turn that'll just be a dead card in our hand. And now, going into our turn, we feel confident charging the Warm Greeting. Because he hasn't shown the 3-cost Vegeta yet, and I doubt he has it in hand. If he did, he would play it. At this point of the game, with me having Broly up, he's not going to play it now. So we charge the Warm Greeting. We swing that lead. Goes for Death Ball, which is fine. We play Broly. Now, same thing again, we're worried about Golden Frieza. So we'll do one swing on Bulma. And then we won't use our second swing. So that when he hits 6 energy, if he wants, he can't basically have my Broly. That's basically what I'm saying. He'll need energy absorption to lock it down. If he doesn't have it, then my Broly is going for another turn. Now, if he still plays Golden Frieza, we have to kind of change our game plan to playing like a low to the ground, low cost units, just to bypass the Golden Frieza ability, which is fine for androids, it's not that bad. He plays Hercule, plays Vegeta, we defend this. So yeah, he didn't play Frieza this turn, which is great. Which does technically mean we can play another Broly here. So we swing, we make it 50. I comboed the Bulma in case he had the Death Blow, which I think I saw him take before. So we swing twice, we get those two. We swing again with our leader. Now he has to defend himself. Now, I'm going to pause it here. We could have gone for androids. But I think I checked his super combos. He hasn't used it. He hasn't used any super combos. So I didn't want to risk losing the game based on that. But if, let's say we did, now that we have the replay, let's see how much he has. So he has 20, 40, 60, 70, 80. These two make 90. So he has 90. We'll put him at 110k. And then we had 40, 65, 75, 85, 90. And even if we drew a 10k, it'll only get up to 100. So yeah, it was smart not to go for the androids here. So we go for Broly again. And then we will use both swings. We want to force as much out of him as possible. At this point in the game, we're not worried about Golden Frieza as much. We're at 4 life. He can only take out one of the Brolys if he wants to play Frieza. And now he's at 1. We're actually we're in a really good spot now. He's at 1. We'll defend our life. Keep ourselves nice and healthy. We block this with a 10k. He plays the 5-drop Vegeta into Bulma. Draw one into another Bulma. So we do take this. There is a consideration that we could have just easily blocked it with our super combo, which I probably should have done, honestly. He uses Vegeta to lock both of my Brolys. So we can't use Broly next turn. He's out 1 life. So I think here, yeah, straight away, we play the androids. Get rid of both 1-drops. We swing. We find another super, which is amazing. We combo to 40, ask for super combo +1. At this point, we're really trying to make him use all his cards. We swing again for 40 with the androids. Okay, we do get 2 10Ks back. We swing with the androids. We make it 50. Uses up most of his hand. At this point, we can just sit here and be like, okay, we're good. We've got Earth Destroying Blow, which is going to draw us another card and is good defensively. We've got 2 super combos, 2 10Ks. Defensively, we are fine. Now, I did want to keep Android 18, purely because if he does play Frieza, we need to go low. And he does have Vegeta, which can lock 2 cards once again, with Frieza taking out the other. Yep, we block this. And there's Golden Frieza. Takes out 1 Broly. Then he swings. Now we don't defend this because even if we did, it'll get locked by the Vegeta anyway, so there's no point. Alright, so now we're at a position where we need to go low. We can't play big bodies. So we draw, we don't charge, we swing with lead. So the way I'm looking at it, we need like multiple swings to end this game, once and for all, just to be safe. When you're playing against Yellow Vegeta, the threat of extra cards is always something you have to be aware of. So we draw 1, we discard the Broly because we won't be able to play it. Then we swing, we draw 1. We find Nappa, which is huge. Yep. And then we play Trunks. If I didn't find the Nappa, I would have played Trunks and just gone all in. We swing. Now he's forced to spend another card. So yeah, at this point I know I've won with what I have left in hand. So we play Nappa. We take 1 life to add to our energy. Because we have to at this point. Because we don't play Vegetas, we need to be able to swing this turn, so we have to take the life. We add Earth Destroying Blow. We draw the card, and then we send everything to win. So yeah. Pretty well played on my part. I was kind of lucky to draw the Nappa there. But I think I would have won even if I didn't have Nappa. But yeah, that's all the replays I want to show from the tournament. It was a lot of fun to play, to talk with guys in the Discord. About decks, about changing decks, obviously, and then talking with people who actually recognize me from my content was pretty cool. Overall, I had a great time, even though I was tired as hell. It was still fun, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Hopefully, we get one more tournament before FB05 comes out. The Eggman, if you're watching, I'm putting pressure on you. I know it's Christmas time, so I'm sure people are busy, you know, spending time with family and things like that. But yeah, it'll be nice to have one more tournament before FB05, hopefully. I probably will still play Androids because I just love the deck so much. And maybe next time, who knows, maybe we can get higher. I think the best I've done so far is 7th. Maybe we can actually improve on that in the next tournament. But yeah, regardless, that's the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And if you're new and you're looking for a new deck to play, I highly recommend 17, Android 17. It's a solid list. I put it on one of the top tier lists. Its worst matchup is Baby Vegeta for sure, which is probably number 1 right now out of all the decks. But it's very good. It's very good. You'll definitely win games with it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Peace.